to our coffee conversation. Another beautiful Tuesday. My name is Craig. I'm one of your recovery coaches here at Calvary Recovery Center.
Hey, my name is Mike, one of your recovery coaches, and we'll be with you guys in a minute. Let me set everything up.
Hey, well, while we're doing that, I just want to reach out to you and let you know that the holidays is upon us, and we are looking forward
turkeys, right?
to Gobble Gobble Day.
We got some stuff.
We got some turkeys?
Yeah. Anybody
Oh, okay.
any of you guys were thinking about coming to get some turkeys today? Or Violent Salvation Army on Chestnut Avenue.
Chestnut Avenue, Violent Salvation
If you're in
Army.
the Violent area, you must bring ID.
What about the Brooklyn area? I know yesterday I want to get.
I don't know if they switched location. I know about Violent because she told me this morning.
Yeah.
So I'm not positive about Bristol. I know for sure Violent.
Yesterday they had it.
You just gobble, man.
I got me a big Jenny old.
Hey man, this joke is heavy eating, bro.
And here at Capital Recovery Center, we got butterballs.
Yeah, we got some turkeys.
I don't know how many left. So
call us in at 856-391-7449, and we can give you an update, and you can come pick up something today. We have first come, first serve. What we got here? We got Recovery on Wheels.
Oh, we got it this week? Next week. No, this week, 24th. Wednesday the 24th, we will be in Cedarville, 345 Main Street, Cedarville, New Jersey. Oh, wow.
345 Main Street, New Jersey, in Cedarville.
Cedarville, New Jersey.
And we will be at 345 Main Street, Cedarville, New Jersey. At 10 from 10 to 2 at
Frosty Ice Cream and Hardware.
All right, that's good. Right. And that will be our last one for this month. And then we'll bring up another flyer, locations of where we will be in the coming weeks after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All right. So we won't actually see you guys Thursday. We won't see you. So today is our last time seeing them. So after the holiday, we'll be back on Tuesday, which will be, I believe, the 30th. We'll be back Tuesday on the 30th. All right. So anything else we got? What else we got going on? Anything else I'm missing?
I'm thinking right now because we got so much going on as far as the holidays.
Yeah.
We just want people to be mindful and be careful and be safe.
Yes, be safe.
Because for all of us that's in recovery, this is a tricky time for all of us because there's so much festival activities going on, spending time with loved ones and everyone that may not be in recovery.
That's fine.
So we have to guard ourselves, especially during these times.
That's right. Welcome, Miss Karen.
Welcome, Miss Karen.
She was making copies for us, but we didn't have everything. So let's see. Any more announcements? What's up, Mr. Kane? How you doing, man? It's my brother from Atlantic City, man. How you doing, Mr. Kane? Good, man. I'm glad you're always tuning in on everything. I appreciate you, man. You know personally how my life used to be and how it has changed. You know firsthand.
Yeah. That's good, man. You got people, man, that really, that love you.
He's a real good brother. You got to get him on one day and share his testimony and share his story too. How he used to live one way, but now he live a totally different lifestyle. So that'll be good. One day we might pull him on air and have him share his story with us.
Man, that would be.
Yeah, because we all have stories. And I know his personal story just like he knows mine. And I'm always amazed to see him, see how his life has changed. And he's also a mama's boy like me. He a mama boy. he like us, King. We love our mamas, man. Anytime you see, we love our mama, man.
They say
cut the cord. Don't mess with my mama, brother.
Mama.
That's how my man, Mr. Kane, is. He loves his mama, man.
Don't give him one.
Real good guy, man. Real good guy. So today we're going to talk about, or last week we were talking about, look, I told you he loved his mom. Don't mess with my mom. he like us, man. We love our moms, man. Don't touch my mama, brother. You mess with anything, don't mess with her. But so today or last time we was with you guys, we was talking about healthy coping skills in recovery. And now we're going to be talking about 10 healthy coping skills to practice. We talked about the coping skills in recovery. Now we're talking about how to practice using some of those particular coping skills that we went over last week. So we're going to go through this and we'll elaborate as we go on. And let me read the first. Well, we got this lesson from HarmonyRidgeRecovery.com. It's in the description tab. I always put it in the description tab so individuals will be able to know where we got the material from. And not only know that, also be able to download it for themselves so they can use it in their area of recovery. Or it don't just have to be in the area of recovery, but if you used to do something and you no longer do it, these are coping skills to help you advance or help your what you already have been doing. Okay.
So what are the things that we covered last week?
Go ahead. Let's go over those.
All right.
Where we start at.
And the first one is, what are relapse triggers?
Okay.
We talked about that. We talked about external triggers. And we talked about internal triggers.
All right.
Then we talked about unhealthy coping skills and recovery, bottling up your feelings. And the last one we talked about was hanging out with friends who use.
All right.
So today we're talking about, once again, as Mike said, 10 healthy coping skills to practice and recover.
All right. So it says there are plenty of unhealthy coping skills you can practice while recovering from a substance use disorder, but these won't get you anywhere. Below are 10 ways you can practice healthy coping skills in recovery. The key word here, I believe, is to practice. Mm-hmm. When you practice something, you repeat it. You're doing it over and over and over and over again. And I actually, being a public speaking author or a person that have opportunity to speak in front of a lot of different crowds, no matter if it's people who are educated or people who are incarcerated, it doesn't matter, right? I practice before I go do the event. So the reason why I practice before I go do the event is because I want to be at my best when I'm doing whatever I'm called to do. So in recovery, when it used the word practice, that means you have to start applying these coping skills. You can't just know them. You have to put them in action. Yeah. So go.
That's good, Mike, because I remember one day you was practicing. I walked up on you. I said, man, what are you doing? He said, no, man, I said before I said.
Before.
Remember you told me that day?
Yeah, and then yesterday, I was in my office and I was going over something, and you said, yo, you got speaking engagement coming up? Because he heard me practicing.
Oh, yeah.
He heard me. He was like, he ain't on the phone, but I hear him talking. Yeah. And he yelled out, you got a speaking engagement coming up. Why did he say that? Because he know I practice before I actually say it. I go through it over and over and over. And even though sometimes things might change when you get to those events, the point that we're trying to make is recovery coping skills or healthy coping skills has to be practiced. They have to be used. So let's see. We got the first one is be honest with yourself. Man, don't lie to yourself. The most important thing you can do is to be honest with yourself and others. If you're feeling anxious or depressed, be open about it, accept it, and own it. When you try to avoid your feelings, you can end up feeling worse. When you're honest with yourself, though you can give yourself a break and realize that you're only human, you have to be honest with ourselves. You're bound to come across things throughout the day that can make you upset. When this happens, recognize your feelings, move on with the rest of your day. You have to be honest with yourself. If that bothers you, it was one of the hardest things for me to do as a man. is to get comfortable enough. If my wife said something or did something, to go to her and say, you know, that hurt my feelings. You know how hard that was for me to sit there. You all right? No, ain't nothing wrong with me. Well, why you acting like that? Because I wasn't comfortable being honest with myself that the situation hurt my feelings. Because men sometimes, I've never been a woman, I can't explain that point of view. Men sometimes won't be honest with ourselves because we think we have to be this macho type of individual. And in recovery is the same thing. If you having problems or situations and you don't be honest with yourself and say, this person or this moved me the wrong way, this thing made me want to go drink some alcohol. If something made you want to go back to the person you used to be, you have to be honest with yourself. Reach out to somebody and tell them, man, I thought about getting high again. I thought about drinking again. I thought about this because I felt like this. When you be honest with yourself, you're able to sustain a good lifestyle away from the lifestyle that you used to live.
Yeah, I can't top that, but that was very good, Mike. Conversation, having open, honest conversations go a very long way.
Right.
And having an accountability partner, someone you can, reach out in times of distress, disappointment, or whatever feelings that you may be having at that moment that may trigger something or response that may lead you down the wrong path.
That's right.
Reach out to somebody.
Reach out to them. Be honest. That's good. That's good. Mr. Kane, he says, yes, be honest with yourself. Facts. I have been honest with myself. That's good stuff. That's always good. Next, who got the next?
All right, give it a try.
Give it a try, man.
All right, say practice gratitude and keep a daily journal. Some people are good writers. I'm not an author. However, take small steps. Before I even read that, I just want to add that ad-lib to it. Let's say, when you're in recovery, it's important to remember what you're grateful for. All right? They say keep a list each day of your thoughts and reflect on what you're thankful for. This could include family, friends, a great job, and a roof over your head. Recalling moments throughout your day that brings you joy can make you genuinely happy and will make your recovery easier. And so I like to call that self-reflecting.
Self-reflecting, good.
Whether you write it down, as the articles say, write it down. Because you know what? One day I was talking to a counselor. We were doing one-on-one, and he was saying, write stuff down and put a date on it.
Yeah.
And so the things that you are looking forward to overcoming, see next year if you have accomplished those things, and look back and say, you know what? On this day and time, I was, in this level of care. But now I exceeded that, check that off, boom. Go down the line. It says make a list.
Make your list.
Make your list all the things that you're grateful for.
Be thankful. Practice gratitude. Being grateful. I was listening on the radio. The lady was saying she was complaining about. She had something wrong with her feet. So she was complaining. She was a spiritual individual, and she said she was praying to the God of her understanding about her feet, and she said God told her, well, at least you got some. Some people don't got nothing.
That's right.
And she said, man, she stopped complaining about her feet, and her feet got better. You gotta be grateful, man. Keep a daily journal, even if you don't write it down. Now with technology, I actually can speak into my phone and it types it out for me. And so with technology now, you can record yourself or record your journal. We don't do that a lot in our society today, but we can keep a mental journal. If you keep a mental journal about things, it's very important, especially when you're having a bad day. We don't always feel motivational. Like, I have the gift of God to motivate individuals, but I don't always feel motivational. But that's when you tap into that mental journal that you have, and you think about times when you felt your best, and you think about things that are going well. You meditate on good things, as the Bible tells us to do. But those things come to my memory out of my mental journal. Even if I can't look at the stuff I have written down, you can have a mental journal.
So restoration is very important.
Yes.
Restoring yourself from, I like to use this word resilience.
Good word.
And that's one of my favorite words besides others. But anyway, that word, when I think about it, it reminds me of the trial and errors that I've been through and how I overcame them. So through restoration, I became grateful unto my Lord and Savior, as I know him, for me, myself.
Amen, man. Hey, offering time. Hey,
pass the plate,
go ahead,
I ain't playing this morning with it.
You want the next one?
Yeah, next one is practice meditation. Mindfulness meditation helps us become more self-aware. It will help you make better choices each day and react appropriately to substance cravings. Your anxiety and stress will decrease, and this will lower your potential for relapse. When you do feel stressed or anxious, meditating can also help you take back control of your feelings and realign yourself.
It's good stuff. Meditation, man. I do it all the time. I practice meditation. I mean, to the point where it has been such a blessing to me to be able to distance myself from things that are going on. Not saying it's not valid or not active in our world, but I'm able to practice meditation. And these things you have to load your brain with things that are good. You know what I mean? Whatever's praiseworthy, whatever's of good report. Meditate on those things, because the thing that I learned, I'm not a medical professional, a mental health professional, but the things I learned from living is when you have a problem, if you keep meditating on the problem, that bring about depression. So the same mind that you use to meditate on the problem, you can meditate on something that's good. It's like it seems like complicated, but it's really not. Because if we have a problem, in order for us to be stressed out about something that's wrong, we would have to think about what's wrong over and over and over. Now, this is the thing that my mentor told me. It's not saying that it's not wrong, but you sitting there meditating on it won't actually fix the situation. So you might as well meditate on something that's positive, which will take back the controls of your feelings and realign yourself.
And another thing, let me chime in a little bit.
Come on in there.
Behavioral modification. I learned
that word.
I learned that
at a special place.
At a special place called New Jersey Department of Correction. Also,
learned that at a very special place called New Jersey. Where you learned that?
New Jersey State Department of Correction. All right. So, also at a therapeutic program. And the reason about the wonderful thing about behavioral modification, it helps you to meditate. It helps you to desensitize. And so you may be having a stressful day, and you might say, "Hey, today was very hectic." Instead of grabbing a beer, go to a nice place where as you can just calm scene, or put on some nice music, decompress. A lot of times we come home from work from a hustle and bustle. We might take the commute, we might be on the train, we might be on the bus, or we might just be in our vehicle. And the first thing we come home, we might be faced with a lot of challenges. So before you go off the handle, ask your loved ones, can you give me a minute to decompress? And that is to take some time to settle down and then get to action.
Then get to work.
That's right.
Oh, that's good stuff, man. Practice meditation. Next one. What we got here? Attend therapy session. Many people struggling with a substance use disorder can attest that therapy has saved their lives. Individuals, group, family therapy, while in treatment, help you overcome the worst of your situation. However, therapy after treatment is also important. Therapy after treatment is important. Discussing your struggles and recovery with a mental health professional will take some of your burdens away. This third-party observer can help you make sense of your feelings. Attend therapy sessions. If it's nothing, one of the things that I really I wasn't educated enough at that time, I am now, to understand. Anytime you talk about something dealing with mental, we always associate people with being crazy. Which actually stops anybody from going to any type of therapy, because we always associate mental health with people being crazy when it's totally wrong. And when you attend therapy sessions, you're dealing with people who are professional into mental health field. It does not mean, man, you going here for mental health, man, what's wrong with you? You something wrong with We have just misconception about things like that. So attending therapy session is not a bad thing if you're in need of that. Also, if you're in need of mental health services, here at Capital Recovery Center, we can link you to those services. If you're watching this video now or later and you need help, you can always reach out to us. Our phone number will be listed.
All right. So the next one is surround yourself with a support system. We mentioned earlier that having friends and family who support your recovery is essential. Joining 12-step support groups like Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous can also help, since they expose you to fellow recovering people that deal with substance. These people know what you're going through and can offer support and insight. These support groups will provide you with a sponsor. We're not a sponsor. We are a recovery coach. Mike is a recovery coach / counselor. All right? Who has been in recovery for years and can offer you a helping hand. This is especially helpful when craving comes along. All right?
All right.
So be mindful that being around people with positive perspective can also help you along your journey, whether they be family members, friends, co-workers. Reach out, gravitate to them, and listen. A lot of times, like me myself, I grew up in a single parent household. I didn't have a lot of role models.
Yeah.
And so a lot of things I did are out of trial and error. However, even at the age that I am, I'm not going to reveal that right now. Even at the age I am, I'm still not too old and I can learn some new things.
That's right.
All right?
All right, where we at?
Learn to relax. We encounter many high-stress situations, whether we're at work, school, or home. One of the best ways to decompress is to learn how to relax in any situation. Take a long bath or listen to soothing music after a long day. Yoga can also help you relax your mind while strengthening your body. Meditation is a wonderful relaxation technique as well. Take a walk, watch your favorite TV show, or sit on the beach and listen to the sounds of the ocean. When you practice guided imagery, you can imagine yourself in a relaxing place too.
Learn to relax. I love that. When you practice guided imagery, that means you are controlling the thoughts that you are relaxing and thinking about. Like it's such a beautiful thing to be able to do that. When you learn to relax, it's one of the best things that we do, because in our society today, it's always go, 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 go. We always got to have something to do on our calendar. What time is it? 12 o'clock, I got to be there. What time is it? 4 o'clock, I got to be here. We never just have that time to just, I don't have nothing on the plate. I woke up today with nothing. What you got today? I got nothing. Let's just get in the car and go do something. But when you learn to relax, it helps you decompress, like Craig was just mentioning before we read. All right, where we at? Eat right and exercise regularly. When you take care of your body, it will thank you. When you consume, what you consume has an incredible effect on your mental health, which is why you should eat healthy, nutrition-rich foods. Part of addiction comes from the malnutrition and not giving your body what it really needs. Make sure you stay hydrated every day. Exercise can also release endorphins in your brain, and this makes you feel good. It also adds structure to your day, and having a routine is key to staying sober. Eat right, exercise regularly. One of the things that I try to do to the best of my ability, exercising is my thing. It really makes me feel good. It's just go into that gym and come out of that gym, take a shower, sit down. It just feels good, not only physically, it feels good mentally. Just for that period of time, it relieves a lot of things that you might be stressful with. Eating right is very important too, because we could just go off on a binge and just say, man, I'm eating everything.
Yeah, sometimes I just feel like doing the fat man.
Fat man. I mean, I get my fat days. I got a calendar when I do mine. I got an alert on my phone. This is the day for you to do it. And I got 30 days apart, though. I got old. I'm 50. He ain't gonna tell you his age. But I'm 50. I got 50, and I'm grateful. And I eat right. But I had one day on my calendar, and it says double love. Double up on your burgers. I love them cheeseburgers, but I'm down to one a month.
Okay. Do activities you enjoy.
Good.
Do you like kayaking? Some people do, some people don't. Volunteering, making short film, then do it. Throwing yourself in an activity that brings you joy and helps others can give you a sense of accomplishment. When you're fully engaged in something, you're not thinking about drugs and alcohol. Keeping yourself busy and recovery can help you see what's most important in life. Now, listen, we just had an event here at Capital Recovery Center, and we had so much fun. Guess what? Karen to my left here, sitting here, she brought in all these arts and crafts, and we sat down and we painted. I'm gonna grab one just to show you exactly, good activities. Good activity. I didn't do this, so I'm not gonna take credit for it.
Miss Niles did it.
Yeah, Miss Niles did this one.
Oh, this?
Miss Niles did this one. And we did this and we had a great time. So these are some things that, you can get into and take your mind off drugs and alcohol. And don't be afraid, it's to try new things.
Do activities you enjoy.
Yeah, you might want to try kayaking.
Yeah, you want
Who knows?
You want fishing, anything, man. Find something that you enjoy to do, basketball, sports, anything, man. Find activities because it's important when you're fully engaged in something, you're not thinking about the drugs and alcohol. And it's very important that I thank God for the people that have mentored me on my way, that still mentors me. And he always tell me about you can't really think about two things at the same time. Even though we say we do, but he says it's physically, mentally, it's impossible. And I said, I think I can think about two things. He said, okay, then count to 1 to 10 in your head without verbally saying the numbers. And I said, okay, he wants you to count in your head. So I started counting in my head 1 through 10. And he says, now say Michael out loud. I said, while I'm counting? He said, yeah. So I'm counting, and I said, Michael. He said, what number you on? And I couldn't remember because I can't keep count. I said, I don't know. That's because you can't do two things at once. So why I'm saying that is because when you're fully engaged in something else, you're not thinking about alcohol and drugs. If you're engaged here, you can't think about that if you're thinking about painting that picture. So it's very important to do activities you enjoy. All right, next, let's wrap it up. We're almost done.
Recognizing the Halt symptoms. One technique that can prevent relapse is Halt, which stands for hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. When a drug or alcohol craving comes on, ask yourself if you feel any of these symptoms.
Halt, hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. Ask yourself, are you experiencing those symptoms? You have to, this goes all the way back to being honest with yourself. When you recognize those situations, if you recognize those hungry, you're angry, you're lonely, you're tired, these are like triggers. So you got to be honest with yourself when you experience it. What else we got? Next one, which is our last one. Creating a relapse prevention plan. When you're at Capital Recovery Center, we can help you create a plan to put in place when you come across triggers. Our recovery coaches will use tools and skills you learn to help you prevent relapse. A good relapse prevention plan might include some elements of the following. Me and Craig, you can do it. Go ahead.
Okay. Daily exercise,
Daily meditation,
praying, or other forms of spirituality.
daily journaling,
Practicing a hobby like crocheting or learning a new instrument.
finishing everything on your to-do list every day.
Reaching out to a sponsor or a recovery coach if you come across a trigger or just need to talk.
So those are the things that you can do to create a relapse prevention plan. And I must say this about a relapse prevention plan. If you find yourself in a relapse after you already have created a relapse prevention plan, something in your plan has to be adjusted. You don't have to adjust the whole plan, but if you relapse, for instance, I have a relapse prevention plan in place and it deals with mostly my spiritual foundation. If I had to change something, I would have to change something on my spiritual foundation because that's my relapse prevention plan. So with that being said, we hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, because Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving.
And we will have a pre-recorded video for you guys scheduled for this Thursday. Thank